This is a glowfish, and it's taken the aquarium hobby by storm. But what if I was to tell you that these glowfish aren't actually a good thing? That they have a lot of negatives underneath their seemingly colorful exterior. Today, we're going to be talking all about glowfish and why I do not personally care for them. Alright, so before we get into some of the reasons I think glowfish are bad, let's talk about what they are exactly. Glowfish is the term used to describe multiple species that have been genetically modified to exhibit bright, unnatural coloration. Now, there's a lot of misconception with this, as a lot of people seem to think that they are injected with dye. However, this is not the case. Glowfish were originally created in the efforts to monitor water conditions in third world countries in the 1980s, where they only used the zebra danios. However, the rights to produce these fish were purchased by Yorktown Technologies. Currently, as of this video, the Glofish brand is owned by Spectrum Brands, which they bought from Yorktown in 2017. The species of fish that are in the Glofish lineup are zebra danios, X-ray tetras, blackfin tetras, tiger barbs, rainbow sharks, betta fish, and the bronze cory cat. All of these fish come in a variety of colors, from blue, red, green, orange, pink, and purple. All of these colors, furthermore, have their own trademarks. Glowfish in reality aren't the healthiest of fish out there. They have been cited to use energy less efficiently when compared to other fish. This is due to the energetic cost towards the production of fluorescent proteins. In latex terms, this means that them being brightly colored takes a lot of energetic cost on them. This is the reason why many glowfish die early on in aquariums. The combination of the stress from being removed from their original tank, as well as their less efficient energy, results in increased casualties for many aquarists. This reputation of them being finicky has been noted by many people online. In fact, even by some in my own comment sections. Glowfish also have reduced fertility. Many glowfish become sterile from treatments received when they are still in eggs. Glowfish that don't become sterile are known to have fewer surviving offspring. The other thing I want to touch on in this section is the specific health problems that target the glow bettas. Glow bettas seem to have the most drastic health concerns when compared to the other species. For whatever reason, the pigmentation in glow bettas seem to often result with optic issues. This results in full-on blindness in many glow bettas. Overall, not worth having, especially when bettas already come in such beautiful, vibrant colors. Unless you like your fish looking like a highlighter. Something I've not shared about myself is that I'm actually in school as a business major. Thus, I've done extensive research into the world of marketing. So in turn, I feel very qualified to talk about this next section. The Glofish brand as a whole is a very kid-oriented product line. The bright, unnatural colors of the fish, the decor, and even the tanks themselves are particularly attractive to a younger demographic. Now, I don't have a problem with kids, but let's be real for a second. Kids aren't exactly great at taking care of animals most of the time. Due to kids often having shorter attention spans, they tend to want things for a short period of time and then kind of neglect them. Now, I'm not saying that this is entirely a glowfish problem, as it seems a lot of households in general get fish tanks and then a few months later get bored with them. But this problem definitely affects the glowfish due to their kid-centered nature. I will also say, on the other hand, I do see the value in getting kids invested in the hobby of fish keeping. And a lot of these kids won't do the standard, I want to fish for 3 weeks and stop caring routine. Either way, I feel starting them off with these unnatural setups is the wrong idea of the hobby overall. The other thing I want to talk about in this section is the pricing of glowfish. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. This 3-gallon tank here is priced for over $100. That's insane. And by the way, you really shouldn't even be getting 3-gallon tanks in the first place, as they're just way too small. Shifting our focus over to the fish themselves, they really don't fare any better. I've seen the blackfin tetra glowfish being priced at $11 per fish. Put it into perspective, the regular blackfin tetra I have seen priced as low as $2.49 per fish. The price difference is insane. That's premium level pricing right there. And the product is a fish that has a lower chance of actually surviving, let alone thriving in an aquarium. Now you may be saying, Fishman, that's only one species. Well, if you want to look at another species of glowfish, here you go. Glofish Danios, $6.99, usual price $2.29. Glow Tiger Barb, $9.99, usual price $2. Glow Betas, usually set up around $20. I mean, it's just straight up expensive. I don't usually harp on price like this, but for a product that is less likely to survive and is honestly uglier, it's just crazy to me for it to have such premium pricing. The other thing with glowfish is that there's no live plants or really any natural appeal to them, which is why I fish keep. At the end of the day, I'm a firm believer in aquarium plants being beneficial for a tank and just natural beauty in general. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the question of, are glowfish ethical? Genetically modified species is a whole can of worms, and I'm fully ready to put my viewpoint out there. While I don't particularly agree with genetically modifying species, most of the time I can at least see the value in it. Let me explain. In many foods, we have genetically modified them to grow bigger, harvest more, have greater survival levels, and even to improve the taste. I can see the value in that. It's still questionable, but valuable. Now with glowfish, their intentions were noble and valuable, but now they are just used for cosmetic purposes. Is it ethical to genetically modify a species to look more appealing? I'd argue no. I think this problem affects the world of pet breeding as a whole, as, if you didn't know, selective breeding is actually an indirect form of genetic mutation. If we take a look at pugs, for example, they have been utterly deformed. I mean, just look at their skulls. A lot of goldfish are in the same category of having desired deformities that have just become commonplace. Unfortunately, these animals live in constant suffering due to this. Bringing us back to glowfish, is it okay to have fish that have less fertility, less efficient energy expenditure, and possible blindness a cosmetic effect? I personally do not think so. I'm not the only one either, for many people share the same opinions of glowfish online. Glowfish, in fact, are banned in many places of the world, including Europe, for them not allowing genetically modified animals in their country, Brazil, Australia, and apparently California in the US. Not sure about that last one, so let me know if that's actually true in the comments, please. I want to end this video off by saying, if the situation was put on another species of animal, would people be up in arms about it? What if there were glow cats, glow hamsters, glow parrots? Would it still be okay? I mean, think if there was glow dogs. Surely people would be livid about it. Son of a...